Y'all status Bell Harbor. I bought Lennox Mall for my brother. Sold your bag, told the cutter. I got it out the field, fuck Russell. Going as L'Oreal about the paddock, and going as Jordan, that's dead. For leak water, trying to drown a bitch. That's a habit, tricking on a bitch. Shit, I'm thinking I'm clipping a pimp. Shit, I'm cooking up dope like a dump. Shit, like her first gon' sit nigga trim. Shit, I'm floating them out in the blimp. Shit, it look like I'm swimming in glass. Shit, I turn on my bitch cause she bad. Shit, I'm making my ex nigga mad. Shit, they go for that coming to smash. Real nigga learn them, wearing a bag. Piping a bitch and they nail like I can. Turn up the shooters with switches go bad. Stay with some scammers, but dogs for pain. Trapping no rapping, my dog he fall off. No capping, no bound.
What it do, what it do, what it do, what it do. I go by the name of BRWD, representing that Self Bay Hustle TV, where the hustle has to be in you. Not only make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Started out with a good little jam, man. Let's go.
Oi. Dope in the crack pot. Whoever thought superstars would start as trap spots. Grew up as a have-not. Now it can't be shit that I want that I have not. Ever went to jail for some years, came home, niggas still in the same spot. Put them chains on, cried so many tears, cause these ain't the ones from the prison house. This what we living about. Learning from losses and taking the bigger route. If you slept at your sister's house, once you man in the family, they need you to make it out. Ain't no folding up now, boy. You a man, ain't no giving up now, boy. Wanna get to the top to stay down. Gotta cut out the squares to stay round. Hey now, black bitch, yeah, that's the drop top. Straight out the lot, I don't fucking no chop shop. Hoes on the jock every day on the Popeye. Don't lose your life for a hoe in the crop top. Fuck using like jets, get your bread sky high. Load up the Wi-Fi, take a nigga main bitch, bye-bye. Make your son laugh at him high, life of a fly guy. Play with this drip, you can die.
Bitch, I mean what I say. I fell in love with the lease of a paint to the face. Never seen my op at a bank. Yes, sir. Take the lean out the bottle, then remix the paint. D-boy in 3 different states. Here, let go. Double OG, I got rank. Look, okay, he ain't got shit else to say. Real boss man, I don't make petty mistakes. Bitch, I mean what I say. I fell in love with the lease of a paint to the face. Never seen my op at a bank. Yes, sir. Take the lean out the bottle, then remix the paint. D-boy in 3 different states. Here, let go. Double OG, I got rank. Look, broke ass, he ain't got shit else to say. Real boss man, I don't make petty mistakes. Shit. On God, go get a nigga my size. I put that pressure on, but it's not a facade. Real street nigga, I don't get tired. Yes, Lord, goddamn. Niggas stop rapping them lies. I made a way for the guys. You never went to the kitchen and cooked up a 9. AR sound like boom boom. Me the Draco sound like doo doo doo. Super blood gang. Whoop whoop. Shoot a nigga in his motherfucking face with this. They respect it if they like me or not. I'm not tricking, it's be fucking or not. Call my phone before you come through and I know some $1 million niggas come out the block. Bitch, I mean what I say. I fell in love with the links of a paint to the face. Never seen my eye at a bank. Take the lean out the bottle, then remix the paint. D-boy in 3 different states. Here, let go. Double OG, I got rank. Look, broke ass, he ain't got shit else to say. Real boss man, I don't make petty mistakes. Bitch, I mean what I say. I fell in love with the links of a paint to the face. Never seen my op at a bank. Yes, sir. Take the lean out the bottle, then remix the paint. D-boy in 3 different states. Here, let go. Double OG, I got ranked up broke ass. He ain't got shit else to say. Real boss man, I don't make petty mistakes.
Man, let me get one more jam, man, if it'll let me. If it'll let me, man, let me get one more jam, man. We're gonna get to this Diddy. We're gonna do a watch. We're gonna do a watch and see what they gonna do to him, man. If anything gonna happen. Cause man, it's looking like old Diddy about to go up the way, man. I'm just
living this shit, yeah.
I'll be so tripping on me, man. Sometimes, man, I don't know what it is. That's what I be telling you about the goddamn.
Try to rap about this shit, nigga. I'll be out this motherfucker in a minute. Yeah, when I do what's up, nigga, on everything. Go from dice games when niggas get their ass shot for $5. Nigga ain't worried about shit, cause if it is some shit, then I'm the problem. Can't introduce my gang to none of these rappers, cause I know they gon' rob. I can't see this shit how y'all see shit, cause I come from the bottom. In the feds with a knife tied around my nuts trying to take a shower. Hung up with my mama and I couldn't call her back for about an hour. You gon' hear about niggas fucking your bitch and it probably be your partner. Fuck that being rich in the cell, I'd rather be free trying to get $1. Hit that flow to show that work. Nigga get stabbed out through they shirt. Get a lady, CO flirt. Baby bringing in that work. Lil' bro doing 30 for murder. He showing me pictures of his vert. He go home in 90 days, but he got stabbed and he got murked. I'm a motherfucking monster amongst motherfucking monsters. Yeah. The feds came to do us in the motherfucking dumpster. I'm a motherfucking monster amongst motherfucking monsters. Yeah. The feds came to do us in the motherfucking dumpster. Hey, my soul scared to speak they piece, cause they know they gon' die. Don't even bring my gang up when they speak, cause they know we gon' rise. Why you talking all on the internet, nigga? Let you see outside. Leave your brains all over the concrete, make a nigga read your mind. Born and raised by sharks and gators, I can never be your kind. Caught him lacking with that Drake and put a date on that boy time. Killer ops, they RIP search, putting one great big old shrine. Boogie man, look under the bed for me, cause I've been on his line. What you see is what you get. Take his ear off with this switch. Make his new address a ditch. Then go get iron on this bitch. Yeah, I smacked up baby daddy and she licking on my dick. I'm a gremlin in the horror film, but I'm trying to get rich. Come from dice games when niggas get their ass shot for $5. Nigga ain't worried about shit, cause if it is some shit, then I'm the problem. Can't introduce my gang to none of these rappers, cause I know they gon' rob. I can't see this shit how y'all see shit, cause I come from the bottom. In the feds with a knife tied around my nuts trying to take a shower. Hung up with my mama and I couldn't call her back for about an hour. You gon' hear about niggas fucking your bitch and it probably be your partner. Fuck that being rich in the cell, I'd rather be free trying to get $1.
Boy, that boy said it. Boy, that boy said a whole mouthful, man. Shout out to that boy's Cartel Bo, man. That boy Cartel Bo be talking that talk, man. For real. He be talking that talk. Man, hey, man. Hey, yeah, man, I'm closing in on the 10,000 subs. Appreciate, thanks to y'all. Thanks to the good America, as in Kevin boys. So we're gonna run a review of what happened yesterday, man, because I don't feel like saying it. So I put together a little something for it, so y'all can see what happened yesterday. So this is what happened
trial
yesterday.
Reach verdict.
Yesterday they had Diddy has 5 charges. So out of the 5 charges, the jurors said that he was guilty of 4. And it's the conspiracy is what they can't come together on. So this is the review.
Combs trial reach verdict on all but 1 count. This article is by Julia Jacobs and Ben Cesario and read by an automated voice. A jury in Manhattan reached a partial verdict on Tuesday in the federal case against the music mogul Sean Combs. But it did not announce its decision because it was deadlocked on a final charge of racketeering conspiracy. The jury left for the night and will return to continue deliberating on Wednesday morning. The jury, comprising 8 men and 4 women, said there were members with unpersuadable opinions on both sides on the racketeering count. After deliberating for more than 12 hours, they reached a verdict on the 4 other counts in the case, 2 each of sex trafficking and transportation to engage in prostitution. Mr. Combs has pleaded not guilty to all charges, and his lawyers have denied that any of his sexual activities with the women in the trial were non-consensual. After the jurors alerted the court to the partial verdict at about 4:05 p.m. on Tuesday, Judge Arun Subramanian, who is presiding over the case, brought them into the courtroom and encouraged them to continue their discussions. "I ask at this time that you keep deliberating," Judge Subramanian said. He reread the panel an excerpt from the jury instructions that said
Hello, Sherry.
no juror should surrender his or her conscientious
Welcome
beliefs
to
for the
station.
purpose
Make
of
sure
returning a
you don't
unanimous
have to
verdict.
subscribe.
At that point, the jury decided to conclude its deliberations for the day and return on Wednesday at 9 a.m. When the jury first sent its note about its partial verdict, there was no sign in the courtroom of the seriousness of the message. Earlier notes from the jury over the previous day and a half had concerned legal details. But within minutes, Mr. Combs slumped in his chair. 8 of his lawyers huddled around him, all of them looking grim. Mr. Combs appeared somber, his head bowed and his hands folded in his lap. His lawyers passed the jury's note around, closely scrutinizing it. The racketeering conspiracy charge accuses Mr. Combs, the famed music producer, also known as Puff Daddy and Diddy, of running a criminal enterprise with his employees that was responsible for misdeeds over 2 decades. Once the note was delivered, lawyers for both sides told Judge Subramanian they were in favor of continuing deliberations. Maureen Comey, the lead prosecutor, suggested employing an Allen charge, a set of instructions given to a hung jury urging it to come to a verdict. Mark Agnifilo, the lead defense lawyer, asked the judge not to press jurors toward a verdict, considering they had been deliberating only for a day and change. "I don't think we need to do anything to move them along. They're moving along fine," Mr. Agnifilo said. The judge took the more conservative approach, reading back parts of legal instructions that he had already delivered. Mr. Combs, 55, was arrested in September on the charges and has remained in detention since then. He faces a sentence that could extend to life in prison if convicted of the most serious charges. To convict Mr. Combs on the racketeering charge, jurors must find that he knowingly joined an unlawful conspiracy, and that Mr. Combs agreed that he or a co-conspirator would commit at least 2 criminal acts to further the enterprise. Prosecutors have said that he and a loyal inner circle of Mr. Combs's employees carried out various crimes over more than a decade, including drug distribution, kidnapping, arson, bribery, sex trafficking, interstate transportation for prostitution, and forced labor. Under the sex trafficking charges, prosecutors have argued that Mr. Combs used violence, financial control, and threats to manipulate his girlfriends into physically taxing sex sessions with hired men, called freak-offs, or hotel nights. The 2 women at the center of the case, Cassandra Ventura and a woman known by the pseudonym Jane, testified for a combined 10 days. The defense asserted throughout the trial that the women were willing participants in the sex marathons. After the jury left for the day on Tuesday, Mr. Combs turned to face members of his family, who were seated near the front of the public gallery. He blew them a kiss and put a hand on his heart. His mother rose and whispered something to him. "I'll be all right," he said to her. "Love you." Olivia Ben-Simone and Anusha Baya contributed reporting.
So that's how it went yesterday. So they were deadlocked and they couldn't come together on the conspiracy. So is it gonna be a mistrial or is it gonna be they gonna convict it? Listen, man, I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. Dog, they convicted him on the sex trafficking. Yeah, they convicted him on the sex trafficking, fool. So this is what's crazy. Well, I mean, you know what I mean. So we're gonna get going to this. They just put out a new AI about when the Jane testified. We're gonna go into this real fast. Let me it's crazy, man, while we wait, you know. Hey, it's crazy, man. That's crazy. Um, yeah, so they couldn't convict him. They didn't want to convict him of the RICO, but all them other charges, yeah, they convict him for that, and that's what's crazy. That's that's crazy that we thought that human trafficking, he definitely didn't do that. Shit. Hell, if that ain't what the jurors think. I don't know. This is crazy. But they just put out another AI, one of the Jane's testimonies, and we're gonna get into that. It's probably the last one. Hold on, let me get this right. It's crazy, man. We thinking he won't even go nowhere for the trafficking, and that's it's crazy. Like they really, I guess they really think that Diddy is a pimp. I guess I don't know. You know,
Good morning, Jane.
Good morning, Ms. Comey.
Just a few follow-up questions from yesterday. First, how many, if any, trips do you remember taking with Sean to Las Vegas during your relationship?
I only remember one trip.
And do you remember about when that was?
I would say maybe 2023.
And are you estimating?
Yes.
Do you remember how you got to Las Vegas?
On Sean's plane.
On his private jet?
Yes.
And do you remember how long you stayed?
About 2 nights.
And do you remember generally what you and Sean did over those 2 nights?
He was hosting an event, and at the end we were together at a hotel.
Do you remember what happened at that hotel?
I do.
What happened?
Sean wanted entertainment for the night, so we had that.
And when you say we had that, what do you mean?
We had an entertainer there.
So did you have a hotel night?
Yes.
And did you have sex with the entertainer?
Yes.
And was that in generally the same way you described for us yesterday, following that same pattern?
Yes.
I want to ask you about certain phrases that may have been used during the relationship. When, if ever, did Sean refer to going off the grid?
I can't really remember, but that was a phrase that was used.
Do you remember what it meant or no?
It just meant like to be free, like to go off the grid and be carefree.
And when, if ever, did Sean use the word freak when communicating with you?
He used it various times in our relationship.
And in what context, if you remember?
To describe me.
To describe you?
Yes.
Can you explain what you mean?
Like he wants his freak.
And when he said he wants his freak, what did you understand Sean was telling you?
He wanted me to be wild and sexual.
Now, I want to pick up where we left off yesterday, talking about the pattern or routine of these hotel nights, okay? During hotel nights, usually, what, if any, protection would you and the entertainer use during intercourse?
None.
Why not?
wow.
Because that was my partner's preference.
And who is your partner?
Sean.
Did you ever ask Sean if the entertainers could wear condoms?
Objection.
Overruled.
That's
Did
crazy.
you ever ask Sean if the entertainers could wear condoms?
Yes.
More than once?
More than once.
About how many times do you remember asking Sean if the entertainer could wear a condom while you were in the hotel room?
I can only recall twice.
What's the first one that you recall?
The first night with Dawn.
And what's the second time you recall?
One time was at the Miami hotel.
Okay, we'll talk about that in a little bit, okay? About those 2 times, how did Sean respond?
He responded dismissive and kind of just almost, I don't know, just in a sense like guilt tripped me out of it, and that it wasn't something that he wanted to see.
What was Sean's tone when he had these 2 conversations with you in the room?
A bit condescending, like just wanted me to move on from the subject, like as if it just wasn't going to happen. So like, stop asking.
In either of those conversations, did Sean explain why he did not want
Free
the entertainer
Diddy,
to wear a
man.
condom when having sex with you?
Everyone that
Yes.
say free
He
Diddy,
said
he say
he didn't want to
free
see
Diddy,
it,
man.
like a rubber while he
Rod
was watching.
Diddy.
About how many times, if any, did you discuss having entertainers wear condoms with Sean when you were sober and outside of hotel rooms?
Can you repeat that question?
Yes, I can. Did you ever have any conversations with Sean when you were sober and not in a hotel room about whether the entertainers could wear condoms?
Yes.
About how many times do you remember having conversations like that with Sean?
Maybe a couple.
Do you remember about when?
Maybe early on in our relationship.
So approximately 2021 period?
Yes.
How did those conversations come up?
Sometimes, yeah, I don't remember specifics.
What do you remember?
I just vaguely remember those 2 times where I brought up the condoms and he brought up how these men were tested. And then just another time where I hinted at a condom, or I myself am asking the entertainer if he can wear a condom.
Do you know whether any conversations between you and Sean about whether an entertainer could wear a condom was ever recorded?
Yes.
How many recordings of this kind of conversation are you aware of?
1.
And could you tell us about that recording?
Yes.
This was one of the instances where I'm trying to ask the entertainer if he could wear a condom before we have sex, and he's trying to look for it. And Sean comes in and is asking what we're all trying to look for. Do you remember who this entertainer was?
Dawn.
Was this that first time with Dawn in May of 2021 or a later time?
A later time.
Do you know how that conversation was recorded?
The iPhone was recording me.
Why was an iPhone recording you and Dawn?
Because Sean liked recording me and entertainers.
Video or audio recording?
Video.
So have you seen this video?
Yes.
And did you watch it recently?
Yes.
Have you also listened to audio of it?
Yes.
At this time, I'd like to pull up, please, what's in evidence as Government Exhibit AX70179B, and I'd like to pull up as an aid Government Exhibit AX70179BT. Jane, did you listen to this exhibit in the last couple of days?
Yes.
And did you review the transcript that's up on the screen?
Yes.
And did you confirm that the transcript accurately captures the voices that you can hear on the recording?
Yes.
Your Honor, I'd ask that we play the recording starting at 8 minutes and 25 seconds, and it's fine to play it for the whole courtroom. I've checked it to make sure it's consistent with Your Honor's sealing orders. Ms. Gavin, would you please play the recording starting at 8 minutes and 25 seconds? Jane, I want to ask you a couple of questions, and then I'm going to play this again and pause and ask you some specific questions about it, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so first, whose voices did we just hear on that recording?
It was myself, Sean, and Dawn.
And what were you asking Dawn to do at the beginning of the audio we just heard?
I was asking Dawn if he could see if there was a condom around and if he could wear a condom.
And then what did Dawn do in response?
He started looking for one.
And then what? And then who came into the conversation at that point?
Sean?
Had he been out of the area where you and Dawn were at that point?
Yes.
And when he came in, what did Sean say?
What are you guys doing? What do you want? And I said condoms, or I think Dawn said he's looking for a condom.
Is that your independent memory, not what you hear on the audio?
Yes.
And then when you later in the conversation said you promised, what were you referring to?
I'm referring to a conversation I had with him that I just preferred to wear condoms and if we can wear condoms.
And in that, had that conversation taken place before this hotel night that was being recorded?
Yes.
And what had Sean told you in that conversation before this hotel night?
Nasty guy.
That it was fine.
That it was fine?
That we could wear condoms.
And then what happened when you actually got in the room?
I wasn't able to wear condoms.
Ms. Gavin, can we please play one more time? And let's start a little earlier. At 8 minutes and 20 seconds, please. I'm going to ask you to pause at a couple places. Pause it, please, Ms. Gavin. When you said, I think they're in the chair, what were you referring to?
Condoms.
You can go ahead and play it. Thank you, Ms. Gavin. Pause it, please. What did you understand Sean meant when he said you were just taking that?
That it's already happened without a condom, so why am I looking for a condom now?
What's already happened without a condom?
Sex, intercourse between me and Dawn.
We can keep playing it. Thank you, Ms. Gavin. Jane, when Sean said, if you don't touch yourself right now, what did you understand he was saying?
I understood he was saying, if you don't just move on from this and just forget about it.
Did you understand then what?
I just understood that my request is just going to be denied. So just move on from this request.
And what was your request?
Wear condoms.
Why did you feel like you needed permission from Sean to have the man who is having sex with your body wear a condom?
I don't know. I'm just still trying to process even that.
Can you explain what you mean when you're saying still trying to process?
Objection, Your Honor.
Well, hold on. Hold on for a second. Ms. Comey, could you rephrase that question that you asked?
Jane, I'd asked you why you felt like you needed permission from Sean to have the man who was having sex with your body wear a condom.
Objection to that as well, Your Honor.
She already answered that, Your Honor.
Yes, that's overruled. So,
And your answer was you're still trying to process. And I'm asking if you could explain to the jury what you mean when you answered you're still trying to process.
Objection.
that's sustained.
Your Honor, can we have a sidebar?
Sure.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I just don't understand the objection and why it was sustained, and I want to make sure I'm not misunderstanding something.
Ms. Garagos?
Mr. Agnivolo can take this.
I think it's not inappropriate. It's a question that delves into psychology and questions that I don't know that this witness is qualified to answer. So I don't know what the answer seems. If the witness is going to be asked to talk about factual things, that's one thing. But to get into what it means for her to be processing things,
Well, you agree that she can't testify as to historical facts, exactly what happened, right?
of course.
She can also testify as to her understanding of things she experienced or things she heard, those types of things in real time, right?
Understanding within reason, Your Honor.
Of course. And so I understood the objection to be that this is not on any of those types of issues. She said that she's still trying to process it, which I understood as being that she didn't have an explanation.
Nah, free him. Hell no.
So then when Ms. Comey
Trey
asked
say,
her to
don't free
explain
that
what does
nigga, man. Leave
mean,
that nigga where
it's
he
what
at.
does that mean when she was saying that she didn't have like an answer to that
I
question?
can dig it. Shout out to
So I
you,
thought there
Trey.
was at
Salute.
least some vagueness
Welcome
in
to
your
the
question,
station.
and there was some lack of understanding from the witness.
I appreciate that.
That's why it was sustained.
I appreciate that, Your Honor. I expect what she will say is that she is still trying to process the fact that this man had so much control over her body, which is what she said to me when I've asked her that question before. When I talked to her about this very recording, what she said to me is, I'm still trying to process the fact that he controlled me. He owned my body.
I think that that's a separate line of inquiry and might be an appropriate line of inquiry. But right now we're talking about a particular event and why in that moment certain things happen, why she allowed things to happen. And I don't think you're drawing any objections to those types of questions. I think it's on this, which is about what is happening right now. It needs to be rephrased.
Okay, I understand.
I don't know that the subject matter is out of bounds.
Okay.
I think it's a question to form.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's what I wanted to understand.
Ms. Garagos?
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. I would also ask that Ms. Comey not say sex with your own body. I don't like that tone of,
As to that question, if an objection had been raised the first time around, then I may have asked
Wow.
Ms. Comey to rephrase the question. I think it was just a phrasing issue. I don't think the substance of the question was improper,
okay,
but I understood it as being the second time around a form objection.
yes.
So, Ms. Comey, if there's an objection,
And if going into that right now, I would just ask that be rephrased, Your Honor, to not argue like that.
yes.
Thank you.
We can take this down. Thank you, Ms. Gavin. Jane, in that moment that you were just listening to, why didn't you just insist that Don wear a condom?
Because I didn't want to disappoint my lover,
And what did you think would happen if you disappointed Sean?
that he would be unhappy.
And what happened when he was unhappy in your experience?
Objection.
That's overruled.
He would just be not happy, just not in a good mood or satisfied with the night.
And what would his demeanor be toward you?
Agitated.
Jane, in a typical hotel night, how would intercourse with an entertainer end?
With them finishing on me?
When you say finishing, do you mean ejaculating?
Yes.
And when you say on me, do you mean your body?
Yes.
And then after that, what would you and Sean do?
Have sex?
And would you clean up the ejaculate in between?
No,
Why not?
because that's not what he wanted.
Not what who wanted?
Sean.
After you and Sean had sex during hotel night, what would typically happen next?
As far as
So if you just finished a round that we talked about yesterday with an entertainer, and then you and Sean had sex afterwards, typically, what would happen next?
he just wanted me to stay like that and have sex with all of that around us.
And then afterwards,
Just like play around with it and
Now, after you and Sean finished having intimate time together, what would you do before starting another round, either with the same entertainer or a different entertainer?
I would just take a shower and get ready for the next one.
Would you put on the same outfit or a different outfit?
Different outfit.
In a typical hotel night, about how many rounds of the kind of sex that you talked about yesterday with entertainers and then with Sean would you go through?
Objection.
Grounds?
Same as yesterday's objection to the same question.
That's overruled.
I would say every entertainer was different. Maybe sometimes it would be one round with one, or it could be up to 3 with another.
Who decided how many rounds you would do in a single hotel night?
Sean.
Who decided how many entertainers you would be with in a single hotel night?
Sean.
Did you ever get tired during these nights?
Yes.
Who decided whether you could stop when you were tired?
Sean.
Are you okay to keep going or do you need to take a break?
I just need 1 second.
Yeah, take your time. Take your time.
Okay. I'm sorry. What was your question?
The question was, when you got tired and wanted to stop, how, if at all, did you communicate to Sean that you wanted to stop?
I would just give like subtle cues that I was tired, just that I would say I was hungry, or I would lay down, or I would just kind of give him little faces.
What kinds of faces?
Just small gestures.
And when you gave these subtle cues, did Sean react the same way each time?
Yes.
What was his reaction each time you gave him one of these subtle cues?
Just like he would say, like, you're not getting tired on me, are you? Let's just finish strong, or let's end on a high note.
Why didn't you just say you were done and you wanted to stop?
I don't know.
Jane, what would Sean give you, if anything, to keep you awake, to keep having sex with entertainers?
Ecstasy.
And how much ecstasy would you usually take in a single hotel night?
A lot.
Objection time period.
That's fair.
In a typical hotel night between May of 2021 and October 2023, one that followed the same pattern we talked about yesterday, typically, about how much ecstasy would you take in a single hotel night?
A lot. It varied. I don't know, but a lot.
Typically, would you take multiple doses of ecstasy in a single hotel night?
Yes.
Objection.
It's overruled.
Who gave you all of that ecstasy?
Sean.
Jane, did you ever cry after one of these hotel nights?
Yes.
How many times can you remember crying after one of these hotel nights? I'm sorry?
2 times.
Are those the 2 times that stand out in your memory?
Yes.
Would you tell me about the first you remember, please?
I just remembered that there was a night that I thought we were going to have just a date night, and it would be one-on-one. He said there would be an entertainer, but just for a little bit. I hung on to those words of just a little bit, meaning that it could be just something quick. And he said it would just be something quick. And what was something quick ended up being like 18 hours of that. And I just remember it was 3 rounds of this guy. And at the very end, I just remember Sean saying he had to leave. And I just was so high and just feeling so lonely and just sad. Gave me feeling like that. And I just started crying. And I just was masking it and just saying that I was missing him. But really, I just went through all of that and was feeling terrible that he was just going to leave me alone. And I just remember that it was just a bad memory.
And when you cried, were you alone or were you with someone else?
I was with Sean.
So did you cry in front of Sean?
Yes.
Do you remember where this particular hotel night happened?
At the Waldorf in Beverly Hills.
Do you remember about when this was?
Maybe early on in our relationship.
Do you remember how Sean reacted when you started crying?
Yes, he said, "Are you crying?" And just looked almost disgusted with my face.
What ended up happening after this?
After that, he just started playing music, started smoking, and just kind of had me sit next to him. And I just remember just clinging onto him like I just wanted to be right next to him. And he said he would move things around with his family and that I could come with him. And I just remember when I came home with him, I just up under him, I just really wanted to feel help him after a night like that. And I just wanted to feel
Ozzy,
in his
salute.
arms.
Shaw, salute.
Jane, do you remember about when was the second time you cried after one of these hotel nights?
Yes.
About when was it?
I think just in the middle of our relationship,
And do you remember where it happened?
in bits and pieces.
Okay, and do you remember whether you were alone or in front of someone when you cried the second time?
The second time I was in the shower with him after one of these nights, and I remember I was really blacking out this night, that I just remember going from,
Okay, let me pause you. So, Jane, is your memory of this particular night spotty?
yes.
Can you just start at the beginning and tell us what you do remember from this night?
I just remember we were together at his house. And then the next thing I know, I just remember being in a hotel, and I just remember his butler. And I was so high. And I just remember embracing his butler and just feeling really high, because it was just weird that I embraced his butler like that. And then I just remember I'm having sex with Paul. And then I remember being in the shower with Sean, and I just started crying. And he's like, "Don't do that right now. I'm high. I can't see this. I'm too high. I cannot be crying like that." And then I just stopped crying.
You said you were having sex with Paul. Who's Paul?
Who's Paul?
One of the entertainers.
Throughout that night when you were blacking out, what, if any, drugs had you taken?
Ecstasy.
Salute, man. The link on
Who
the
had given
chat.
you that
The link in the
ecstasy?
chat if you want to
Sean.
come up. I mean, in
Jane, from your
the link on the
perspective, who did
community
the
wall
most
if you
work
want to
during
pop
each
up.
of these hotel nights?
Me.
Why were these hotel nights work for you?
Objection.
That needs to be rephrased.
Why do you say that you were the one who did the most work?
It was just all me. It was just all me from just start to finish.
Jane, what, if anything, did you try to do during each of those hotel nights to try to get through them as quickly as you could?
Objection.
Sustained.
Jane, did you want each of these hotel nights to end?
Yes.
Did you do anything to try to get them to end sooner?
Objection.
That's overruled.
Yes.
What did you try to do to get these nights to end sooner?
I would try to have sex with them as soon as I could.
Try to have sex with who?
The entertainers.
And why would having sex with the entertainers as soon as you could make these nights end?
Because then that would mean they would finish faster.
What did you do to try to get to having sex with these entertainers sooner?
Just everything. Just foreplay, and then bringing them into the room.
How, if at all, did Sean react when you tried to bring the men into the room or do other things to speed this up?
He didn't like that.
How do you know he didn't like that?
Because he would ask me to slow things down or do more of the foreplay.
Do you remember what words he would use?
Objection. Time period, Judge.
That's fair. Can we get a further specification?
So, Jane, focusing on the time period between May of 2021 and October of 2023, during that period, as you sit here today, can you remember any specific words that Sean said to you in response to you trying to speed up these hotel nights?
Just like, "I'm not ready to see that yet." Or just like, "Not yet." It was just like a pullback.
Jane, at the end of a typical hotel night between May of 2021 and October 2023, how did you typically feel?
Objection.
That's overruled.
Your Honor, can we have a quick sidebar, please?
You may.
Thank you. I understand why Ms. Comey is doing this, I really do, but the witness just testified that every experience is different, and so when we generally ask her these questions about typically how she felt, I know we're going to get into each different hotel night. I just would ask that we could make this more specific because she did just testify that every experience is different.
Did she?
I wrote that down. We can find it in the transcript, those exact words. I do expect we're going to get into every single hotel night because they've marked those exhibits and admitted them. I think that this line of questioning is it is too general and prejudicial because we have to go into each separate incident. That's what's alleged here. That's my objection.
Well, there's maybe a form of objection that you might want to ask the witness if there was a typical way that she felt
Yes, Your Honor.
at these events.
I can do that.
But if Ms. Comey did do that, then why would it be improper for her to ask what that typical feeling was? If you get the gist of what I'm saying.
Ms. Comey has been asking what the typical, and when she does that and cabins it to this time period, I really haven't been objecting, but I think it's now been multiple hours of that, the typical feelings, and I really would just ask,
Hold on, we just got something, man. We just got something. Hold on, you know I want to stop it. We'll come back to this. Come on, man. Bullshit me now. Hold on, let me get this shit together for y'all real quick. We'll go back to that.
Five counts facing Sean Diddy Combs, but they were deadlocked to that point, or at least in a place where they said they were unpersuadable on count one, the racketeering conspiracy charge facing Sean Diddy Combs. We just got an update. It is a verdict. That is per CNN Inner City Press, which has been covering this case. We do have a verdict in the trial of Sean Diddy Combs. I want to bring in Sierra Gillespie, who is the host of Scandal here on Law and Crime. So just about an hour into deliberations today, Sierra, after they went home last night, they were not able to reach an agreement on count one. Now we have a verdict coming in. What is your reaction as I'm being told that Combs and other lawyers have returned to the courtroom? And so we're going to continue to follow this. Just your reaction thus far, pretty quick this morning.
The verdict is in. It is official. I mean, yesterday we were talking about how 4 of the 5 counts had been decided upon. The verdict was in, but still a question mark for this morning. What could come of that final one? Count one, racketeering conspiracy. And only about an hour into deliberations this morning, the jury returns a verdict. And let me tell you, there was a lot going on. Up and down the road that I'm on right here, it's filled with media. And we're all sitting down waiting, what's going to happen, updating our phones. Is there any sort of, news coming? And all of a sudden I hear next to me, ABC, we've got a verdict. Everyone else, here's a verdict. And by the way, I think we have a court update. So I'm going to go back to Chris. Tell us what we know.
Yes, court update coming in. Again, we have a verdict in the trial of Sean Diddy Combs. Sean Diddy Combs' lawyers are still in private as we wait for the verdict to be read in court. We know that Combs' mom and his sister are in the courtroom. We saw members of his family, his children were there. They actually prayed with Sean Diddy Combs inside of the courtroom this morning before members of his family left, which was probably about 15, 20 minutes ago. And then Sean Combs went to a separate room where he was going to wait out these deliberations. I want to bring in our panel of experts who are with me this morning, starting at 9 o'clock. Candace Kelly, legal analyst, and then we have William Corman, who's a criminal defense attorney. Both are joining us. So very quick, since I last spoke to you, that verdicts come in. Just Candace, what's your reaction? I mean, we were thinking potentially that this was going to be a hung jury. We're still working on getting those guests. But again, we were talking this morning because of yesterday, the jury used the term unpersuadable when saying that that's where they were at on this racketeering conspiracy charge that Sean Combs was facing, even though they were able to find unanimous verdicts on 4 counts facing Diddy. But here we are, just an hour in, going home, sleeping on it. The 12 members of the jury returning a verdict. We're going to work on getting our guests up. But Sierra, walk us through, as you've covered this every day, of what makes this racketeering charge so complicated and why it seemed the jury, at least early on in these deliberations, they were having an issue coming to a verdict on this charge leading up to about 5 minutes ago.
Well, I'm really not surprised that it was count one that was the hung jury or the confusion, right? Because it is the most complicated of all of them, racketeering conspiracy. And this is something we've talked at length about with the predicate crimes, things like arson, bribery, forced labor, kidnapping, and it's got to be confusing. I mean, for me, who doesn't have a law degree, I've been covering this case for quite some time now. Even at times I waver and I'm like, wait, what is this about? Let's, make sure to go back and really think about it. And I think for jurors, that's what it's got to be, right? It's now become their job to figure this out. However, they weren't watching P. Diddy before all of this. They might have seen his name in the news, but they weren't really zoning in on racketeering conspiracy. And I think the biggest issue in all of this is likely that it's a conspiracy, right? Multiple people had to take part in this conspiracy. And yet there was only one person charged, one defendant, P. Diddy. And to me, that could be the question mark in all of this. And I do want to say, before we throw back to our guests really quickly, we were not expecting this verdict. P. Diddy's family walked out of the courtroom. I watched him go. Everyone thought, okay, that's the way it's going to be. And all of a sudden, they're coming right back in. We're getting the rush. And again, it just wasn't expected after 1 hour of deliberation this morning.
Court update again. Sean Combs has entered the courtroom. He looked at his family. Again, his mom and his sister are there right now. He looked at his family, nodded his head, and flashed a small smile. Let's bring in our experts right now. Candace Kelly, legal analyst. William Corbin, good to see you again. What is your reaction, Candace? I'll start with you. William Corbin, criminal defense attorney, by the way. But Candace, I'll start with you. Your reaction to the jury reaching this verdict.
Well, listen, I'm not surprised. I know that we talked about lunch just a few minutes ago. I'm a little quiet now because I'm in a TV studio. You'll probably see people running behind me, by the way. But I'm not surprised because, listen, we know that there was a point where they were coming to a conclusion in all this, and we thought that it was going to be today. I think what happened is that when they slept on it, maybe a lot of them made their decisions and came to a conclusion when they got to court. Because that's very quick. It's 10:13 right now. Not a lot of discussions, probably just a lot of voting on each of the charges and then moving on.
That's what happened.
It'll be fascinating to hear just how many people yesterday were on one side compared to the others, to the other on this charge, the 12 jurors. William, what's your reaction that they were able to, in about an hour today, find a verdict?
This is why I never bet on how long it's going to take to reach a verdict. Because I think both Candace and I were looking at noon or a little bit after noon, and that was about 6 minutes ago. So we're both way off. I agree with Candace. I think that giving them the night off, giving them the pause, allowed whoever it was that needed to do some internal soul searching, whoever it was that needed to marshal their arguments to convince whatever holdouts there were. They did their job, and so now here we are. Again, as I mentioned a little while ago, sitting around waiting for a verdict is very taxing.
Hey, that's what I said.
Thing worse than sitting around waiting for a verdict is when you know there is a verdict and you're sitting around waiting for the verdict.
That's what I just, Max,
This is
to get the
about
hell
as
up out
high
my
drama
head.
and about as tense as it gets.
Get the hell up out my head.
I've been in this position many times.
God,
it is an uncomfortable feeling because you're trying to read tea leaves that simply don't exist. They are sitting in that courtroom right now, just staring at the walls, waiting for the jurors to come in, waiting for everyone to reassemble. And it's tense and it's tough and it's taxing.
And let's get to this update. The judge says we received a note at 9:52 a.m. and it reads, "We have reached a verdict on all counts. Anything to address before we bring out the jury?" Both sides say no. The judge says maintain order while the verdict is being read and until we have the jury out. Candace, walk us through. We don't have cameras in the courtroom, but what is going to happen next?
Well, listen, this gives time for the family to reconvene. As we know, the family left. They perhaps thought like us that they had a little more time. It gives everybody a time to kind of shore up, be ready, be there as you would want somebody who's a defendant who may not be walking out of the jail. So with that in mind, everybody gets assembled. And then the foreperson is going to read the verdict once everybody is marshaled in. And as you mentioned, the judge is going to have to do a very good job to say, everybody, please be calm. Make sure that your reactions are in accordance with the rules and guidelines of the courtroom. As we know, though, Chris, that is very difficult to maintain. I am sure that regardless of what the verdict is, there is going to be a reaction because any combination of an outcome, guilty, not guilty, it's going to be a surprise because we just don't know and we just are not the jurors in there making the decision.
Yeah, and what a decision that they've made. I'm getting another update here. The judge says, I will ask our deputy to bring back our jury. Sean Combs has remained seated. His 8 lawyers are standing up. The judge says, all rise. So here we go. The jury's going to be coming in. So I do apologize if I'm looking off screen as I typically do. I have a monitor here, so I'm kind of watching this like a hawk to make sure that I bring you the update as quickly as possible. And as I wait for the update, William, let's talk about count one, racketeering conspiracy. And just for those who are joining us, this is a complicated charge. What does the jury, as the jury, I'm just told the jurors are now entering, what is the jury going through? How do they reach a guilty or not guilty verdict? What do they consider when looking at one, racketeering conspiracy?
They have to find that Sean Combs was beyond no doubt of the predicate offenses, at least two of the predicate offenses, such as arson, drug trafficking, sex trafficking, and so on. And they all have to find beyond a reasonable doubt that he was part of an enterprise, and the enterprise was created for the purpose of committing criminal acts, that the enterprise itself was created for the purpose of continued criminal conduct. We know from the notes yesterday that this is what the jury was hung up on, and we know that after 52 minutes or so of deliberating today, whatever they were hung up on now has been resolved.
And we have received your note, says the judge. Juror number 5, have you reached a verdict? He is the foreman. Juror number 5 says we have. The judge says, is it unanimous? Juror number 5 says it is. The judge says, please provide the verdict for the deputy. And I'm waiting for another update to come in. But Candace, and I may cut you off here. Take us inside what's probably the courtroom right now. And we do have, before that verdict comes in, we do have a poll up if you want to weigh in, everybody watching, on what you think the verdict may be. But take us inside, paint a picture of what it is like to be in that room right now.
Listen, everyone's quiet as a mouse. They are waiting for the details. This is the moment that this 7 weeks has been built upon, not just for the jurors, but for the public, for the reporters, for his family, for Sean Combs. This is the time. So it is quiet. Everybody's being patient. All rules are being followed. No one is acting up. No one is doing anything. Everybody is waiting with bated breath. This is the moment.
That is crazy, dog.
Yeah, it's a moment as I'm seeing one of my producers writing here. So I apologize, just waiting here to see if we do have the update on what that count is. They're reading this charge. I think of this morning when Sean Combs, we were talking with Elizabeth Milner, who's in the courtroom right now, that Sean Combs was praying with his family. And here is the verdict. The judge says the deputy will inquire as to the verdict. The deputy says, in the matter of the U.S. versus Sean Combs, count 1, juror number 5, not guilty. Deputy, sex trafficking of Cassandra Ventura, juror number 5, not guilty. Deputy, transportation for prostitution, juror number 5, guilty. So we have 2 not guilties on count 1, racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking of Cassandra Ventura, that is not guilty, and transportation for prostitution, guilty. What is your reaction, William, to what the jury has found in the case against Sean Combs?
So far, I'm very surprised. I thought that the prosecution really did put forward a fantastic case involving Cassie Ventura. I'm surprised that they weren't able to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. I think that the defense counsel certainly did a great job in sort of showing the back and forth, the digital footprints that we talked about earlier, showing that, perhaps she was a willing participant in all this. Perhaps, she did know what was going on and that she was okay with it. That's my take on it.
The final 2 counts for sex trafficking of the victim who went by the pseudonym Jane. Juror number 5 says not guilty, and transportation for prostitution of Jane, juror number 5 finds guilty. The jury finds it guilty, according to the foreman. Juror number 5. Candace, what is your reaction?
So listen, I'm not surprised. We knew crazy, that we knew that the transportation
that's like a slap
in order
in the
to
face
engage in prostitution. We knew that
Miss
was
Patina
practically
said,
given.
hey,
The defense
Matt,
was willing
my
actually
bad,
to give
I
up,
didn't-
as we talked about before. That's up to 2 years, so that could really be across the spectrum. What we know it's not is RICO. We know it's not 20 years to life, and I think that that's something that
Max, what are we talking about?
I feel like it's a slap in the face to them women. Y'all use them women and put them in the public eye for no reason. If y'all wasn't going, because I don't know if you watch Her Educated, but he broke that shit down as to why it's a RICO. Like, if they're telling you they didn't willingly do this. He was forcing them. You clearly got a video of him beating a broad up that was trying to get away. She wasn't sitting there like, hey, yeah, with my ass. No, she was trying to get out of there. Like, how is this? If she was trying to get out of there and it was just them two in the room, from what we saw, you know what I'm saying? What makes you think she wasn't trying to get out of there or didn't want to be there any other time? Like, it's just weird.
Listen, man. Man, hold on, man. I'm gonna show y'all
like
something.
He paid some of them people, Patina.
I'm gonna show y'all something, fool. I just want to show y'all something real quick.
At this rate, I feel like we talk about this an 8-figure nigga. So at this point, I feel like he paid a lot of them people off. That's why that jury was so confused like that.
I'm gonna show y'all something now because they didn't know what a RICO was. Then they had to, you got these different meanings about what it is. And man, listen, dog. That ain't it. I'm gonna show you something. All right. Hold on. Let me cue this up real fast. All right. Hold on. Yeah, keep talking. You good, Max? Talk. Go ahead. I'm gonna cue this up real fast.
I just saying, I feel like he paid some of them people that's in the jury, like whether they knew what that shit was or not. If he had people standing outside with T-shirts on, talking about free him,
yeah, you could be right, but I'm saying like, man, after I say this, after I show y'all this, then I'm gonna be like, okay, this is like, no, this ain't that, boo. This is not that. This is not that. Like, I'm gonna show y'all something. But yeah, dog, like it's just crazy to me because that's not it, y'all. That's not what y'all think it is. What they said it is.
They literally got a video of him kidnapping somebody. If this girl is trying to get away from you, you dragging her back into the room. That's holding her against her will, which is
man, yeah, that's kidnapping.
Yeah,
Definitely kidnapping.
And I'm telling you, these people got paid, man. At this point, when that verdict went up, it should have been like bent pen or one of these panels around. Get paid, young nigga, get paid. It should have been some kind of music going on because somebody got paid a nice chunk of change for this.
Man, this is crazy work, but man.
In Preston, Bellevue police say this all started out as a routine patrol call where a couple of officers thought something didn't quite look right. That led to prosecutors saying they were able to take down a vicious pimp who was abusing a woman and selling her for sex work while keeping the money for himself.
So trying to tell me leave alone?
On social media,
it's trying to tell me leave money alone.
Cedric Dorsey painted himself as a pimp.
Why I'm a pimp?
With money, swagger, and influence.
SCCC 333.
But investigators say his lifestyle was built by forced sex work, as Dorsey trafficked a woman into prostitution in Seattle, Bellevue, Kent, and Las Vegas. It all came undone in 2024 when Bellevue police responded to a domestic violence call involving Dorsey and his victim.
They listened to what that victim was telling them and realized things weren't just adding up for her and what she was saying and that she was in a very dangerous situation.
Bellevue Police Major Ellen Inman says patrol officers noticed signs of trafficking and called detectives.
When you ask them questions, they're answering repeatedly in these kind of scripted or answers that sound like they're rehearsed. When they served the search warrant on his premise, they recovered $12,000 in cash, along with those 3 firearms, one of which was stolen and a banned firearm.
King County prosecutors hit Dorsey with charges of human trafficking, promoting prostitution, and unlawful possession of a firearm.
We see very significant violence, strangulation, beatings, assaults.
Prosecutor Brayla McGinnis tried Dorsey's case where his own social media posts were used as evidence, including this one about the 304 oath, where prostitutes promised not to cooperate with police and say they aren't victims.
One of the biggest rules of the game is not to talk to police. It is that idea of selling the dream, right? Saying, I have these nice things. If you come with me, you can have all of this, right? And when you're talking to someone who has had a very rough upbringing or a very troubled life, that's the vulnerability that they exploit.
That's the way I look at social media and the use of different ways that people advertise their criminal activity, is that if you make it available for the Bellevue Police Department in this case.
So basically, they gave him 35 years.
What's
They
the
gave him
difference?
30.
What's the difference between what he did and Diddy did?
I'm sad. It just don't seem like this is that. It don't seem like because he received money off this shit.
It's not that, because you know why? Because Diddy's money is longer than this man. This man
Yeah.
did not pay seven lawyers to come defend him in his case. They
How the
seem
fuck?
like they caught him with they said they caught him with 12,000. That ain't no money.
Yeah.
Them hoes wasn't even moving like they should have been moving. If he must only had one hoe.
He was hot. Nah, that nigga was hot. What it was, talking that shit on the internet.
I about to
You
say he
heard
made
what they
it
was
so hot,
saying.
but I'm
I think he
saying
was a rapper too, though.
yeah, he made it so hot indeed. But what I'm saying is he ain't got as much going on as Diddy. Diddy is just because he's not. They making it seem like okay, the drug stuff. Just because he's not selling the drugs, he's actually getting them and giving them to people, which is
It's a conspiracy. Yeah, that's a distribution. It's still conspiracy too.
Like, what is we talking about? Like that shit is crazy.
But damn, like a pack though. I'm talking about a pack, like you know what the fuck I mean, Max.
Yeah.
They act like that nigga was buying bricks.
He was buying party packs. He was getting enough just to get enough. Enough just to get enough. But you making other people, it's the point, the fact that you making other people take this shit.
Yeah, you right.
You know what I'm saying? You getting other people hooked on drugs. You causing a whole different level of trauma in people's life.
Right. I just don't think that he was no pimp, proof. I don't think he no pimp. I just think he a freak.
A freak, yeah. He's a
He
freak.
pay for what he want. Like he a freak, and he gonna pay for the freaky things that he want to see happen or that he want to make happen.
He a freaky pimp,
bro. That nigga, you know the shit that happen in your dream that you have when you have a wet dream or something. That nigga go makes it happen in real life.
Not making wet dreams come
Nigga make wet dreams come true.
Yeah, that's what they should have put on the billboard. Stop freeing this nigga. You stop freeing, you make all the wet dreams come true. You want to get your shit off? Tap on, call the bad boy. Where we make wet dreams happen. Like, that's crazy to me that man really got away with all that. Now, what I will say as far as Cassie go, you can definitely tell that she was pushed and orchestrated to do this to him, because once she got with that white boy, he realized when she started venting to that white boy and confiding in him, and they started having them heart to heart pillow talking. That white boy, a light bulb went up in that boy's head, and he said, "Ding, ding, ding! That I'ma cuff this bitch, because this is really a walking lick right here." You know, he strategically planned this. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what nobody say. This all stemmed from that white boy. How much you want to bet that now that Diddy is off, something gonna end up happening to that boy?
Nah, you know what it really was, Max. This your city. You know they changed the statute of limitation on that shit.
Yeah.
Once they changed the statute of limitation.
You know you can prosecute too. You just gotta pay taxes like everybody else.
Bro, they changed the statute of limitation on the R letter, on the R charge.
Yeah,
y'all know it. And so they picked up on that shit.
I know that's how she ended up messing with him, because he was their trainer. But yeah, friend, you could prostitute here. You know that? Oh yeah, you could prostitute, baby. You could get your shit off.
Yeah, dog.
But you gotta pay taxes. You gotta pay taxes. Like, you can't just go anywhere and like haul out of a hotel or something. You gotta pay taxes on that shit.
Yeah, this wild, man. Hey, Eric, what's up, man? This is why she say it's a lot of it. NDA still in place. I see a whole lot of civil. It's already coming. They already on his ass. Listen, man. The object is for you to go to jail and them to break you all at the same time. That's the go. That's the go. But see, the life sentence, nah. Y'all, okay. I'm ask y'all this, y'all. Be honest. Y'all really think he deserved a life sentence for this shit?
I went out. Hey, Aaron. I'm
gonna ask you this, Max. Do y'all really? I want all y'all in the chat too. Do y'all really think that he deserved a life sentence for this?
Not a life sentence, but he should definitely do some time because it's people right now saying they don't think he gonna do no more than 3 months. Which
I'm telling you, nigga, they ain't gonna be able to hold that nigga. He has too much money. He's too much of a reliability.
Listen,
unless you just keep him locked down.
He already done told y'all, can't nobody take my pride. Can't nobody hold me.
And he ain't tell. He ain't snitch or nothing. You know?
I mean, but who was he gonna snitch on, friend?
Yeah, he could have told on some niggas. He could have told. He could have told on Trump.
He could have told on Trump?
Yeah, Trump was there. He was at one of them parties. He was at a few of them parties. Man, who to say Trump?
So Cuomo told that bitch, you better not bring your ass back here.
That's why I'm saying maybe it's something that we don't know.
That's why Trump don't come here. He do not come here.
Maybe it's something we don't know. Maybe I keep thinking like Diddy can get you some hoes when you come to town. I swear to God, if you got his number and you can call him, like Trump come, Diddy get him some hoes. I could see that. You get what I'm saying? I'm telling you. Well, fool, I'm telling y'all that like I could see that, but like getting dollars off women like that, nah. I told y'all in the rules when I read it.
The shit he was doing with the women, they really was. It wasn't a to me, I don't feel like it really was a come up for them when they was prostituting. It was basically him. Basically, he was the one getting paid, which is they wasn't getting nothing out of it. And some new clothes, like no.
Say dog, but say one of the guys said he came back 3 times in one day. Max for $1,500 3 times. He went home, ate lunch, came back, went home, came back for the late night special.
That's why I be telling a lot of them girls that's in our sector. I be telling them like, yo, y'all be posting them $40 ads. Like that shit in New York, ain't nobody unless you a crackhead or something that a person might let you slide with that little $40 holler shit. But you fucking with some real hoes, you gotta pay like you
you gotta pay. That's why I was saying I thought Diddy. I would have thinking that Diddy would have gave up 10,000 or something. Like, do you know what they gave Superhead? And she ain't even no prostitute.
Yeah, they was giving her money.
Boy, they would buy her cars, Shaq, Mercedes, Benz, houses. Boy, leaving their wives.
All off the neck, though. She wasn't even doing all this freaky shit these bitches gotta do. This is just straight neck. Just straight throat. Like, she wasn't doing. That's the real throat, baby. She wasn't doing nothing else. And then people was calling her a liar. She was like one of the first bitches to expose niggas online. Like, yo, see this nigga Bobby Brown right here on my couch. Like, and he gotta go because Jadakiss about to come here.
Yeah, dog. It's crazy, dog. And look, you gotta understand what Cameron and them doing. They just sit back watching because they always heard about the shit. They just never seen it. A lot of them rappers just heard about it. They never seen it. And I believe that.
You don't think none of them people was there?
No, bro. I don't think gangster. Bro, this shit is for weak-minded people, Max.
They be there, friend. They just leave when they start looking spooky.
It's two different parties, Max.
A lot of them done admitted to it. Like, yo, at a certain time, certain motherfuckers.
Yes, Max.
Yeah,
They
like they
say
gotta
it's
be
two
out of there,
different
but they be
parties.
there.
They say it's two different parties, Max. They say this shit is the after party.
Yep, and you gotta be going up out of there. They say either by like 11 or 3 o'clock in the morning type shit. You gotta be gone.
Fool. This shit go on for 3 days. They said, how the fuck you gonna have a party for? Nigga, I don't even want to go to a party for 3 days. I'm not staying here for no 3 days, nigga. What the hell are we doing?
Yo, the parties in Jamaica be like that from sun up to sundown. But they not freaking off with nobody. They outside just dancing for 40 days and 40 nights, like
nah.
They not. They really outside partying for real, and they might be humping out there, but it ain't no weird shit like this.
All right, Max. No, dog. I don't. Man, this cow. That's cow right here.
I just can't believe they let him go. Like I can't. I was irritated when I heard that. Not saying I'm one of the people that want to see a black man go to jail. No, he was doing some weird shit, fucking up people's careers, stopping people bags, all kind of shit.
That's how much money he had. That nigga stopped everything.
He was getting people unalived, all kinds
of shit, all type of shit. Like that might be the karma though, Max though.
He deserved this shit. That's why I say he deserved what was happening.
Maybe the karma for the shit that he got away with. That's what be happening.
For you to be able to skin and grin in Biggie Mom's face knowing you played a role in that man's death is some diabolical shit.
Bro, she didn't like that nigga.
She said from day one when that nigga brought that boy to her house, she ain't fuck with him.
Yeah, she didn't like him. She didn't like him now. She ain't mess with him now before she got unalive. Yeah, she ain't mess with him. See, hey, that's weird. You know, but
she already knew he was stealing her baby music. She knew all that stuff, man. That lady wasn't crazy. One thing, when your mama tells you something, you supposed to listen. And even though you don't like what she's saying, you might not like the message, but it's something behind that motherfucker. Listen.
That's what I say, fool. I just say the guy was just freaky and he paid to make it happen. I mean, it's wrong. It's prostitution. And when I read the rules, you get what I'm saying? Remember what I explained to y'all? The rules are on that shit, though. Like, if you got a gal and you take her somewhere and you make her have sex with a prostitute, like take her to California or something from Texas, my nigga, that's human trafficking. Or if you call a prostitute into Texas from California, it's human trafficking.
That's trafficking across state lines.
Crazy.
But the fact that Cassie said that she been around him since Kim was pregnant, this nigga didn't have no loyalty to shit.
Yeah, he didn't. You know, nigga, that nigga was trying to do Kim the same way, probably.
Yeah, he broke her nose. He was dogging Kim out.
Probably trying to do her the same way, trying to like when you got money like that, you heard he say, well, I'm gonna pay your rent for 3 months, what he told old girl. And if you ain't made your mind up, bitch, I'm done. That nigga there is just bait you in with the money. So now we gotta
sit back and watch Young Miami. So what about all of these brand deals that he lost? What you think gonna happen with that?
You lost them deals, bro. People can't be a part of that type of shit.
But I mean, if they found him not guilty, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, now what? You think they're gonna go, running back to the
He didn't lose that much money because they didn't let him out of jail. This is where they stupid at. See, they could have let him out of jail and bounced with all that cash. Like, they should have just let him out of jail, fool. Bro, that nigga, man. But at the same time, they saying, nigga, you dangerous. See, it's some shit, man, I don't know. I just don't believe that nigga.
The type of accusations he got on him, I mean, he should at least have to register, because that is definitely predator like. That is some predator like shit, bro. Like, I can't jack that. I'm sorry. I got a daughter, you know what I'm saying? If a nigga could come easily manipulate somebody to come because they got a couple dollars, Yeah, we need niggas like him to be in the house at a certain time.
That money makes shit move, Max. Real money.
You heard what I said?
Man,
We need niggas like that to be in the house by a certain time.
bro, they said that nigga could get you fired. Like, say he was working for you was working for his record company or something. You made a mistake or something, he fired you. And you've been working there for a long time. So other record companies know of you and they would love to hire you. Nigga, he'll pay them people not to hire you type shit.
Yeah, that's what he did.
Yeah, like that nigga is crazy. That nigga pay these people not to give you a job so you'll just be poor for the rest of your life. That's throwing your money around. Like,
the only thing I can say that may have come out of this is I don't think he's gonna try that shit again.
Salute says, hey.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna try it again. Like, I don't think when he do get out, I don't think he's gonna be like,
Nah, he can't be no more of that shit.
Yeah,
that ain't gonna happen no more.
Welcoming to these females like he was and so forth.
Listen, they gonna have parties. The people's eyes gonna be like deers at that party. Just imagine he get out and have a party. The people at this party eyes gonna be big.
He might have a dinner or something. I highly doubt if he have a party, friend.
No motion bangs.
I doubt if he have a party, that's a Super Bowl.
No motion bangs, oh Max. Hey, no, he better not. He better not, bro. If he know what's good for him, he better not. Nigga. Better not do that.
We definitely gonna have some type of dinner, some type of welcome home party, but we gonna be having to look at all the people that's there. That might be a super private party, no cameras, leave them at the door, all kind of freaky shit. I mean, it was good content for the content creators that talked about it. Thank you.
Yeah, it's over with now. It's over. I'm mad. I wanted to see. I wanted to be still going on. I'm crazy. Cause I thought it was gonna be when they get to talk racketeer and shit. I'm trying to see who's the co-conspirator. I'm thinking it's somebody just gonna come out, just you know what I'm saying? That never happened. It ain't nobody. It ain't no co-conspirator.
It might have been. We just never got to that part because he done played.
Yeah, you're right. That too, definitely. Salute, Mr. J.
I'm not putting this past him that he paid them people off, man.
Yeah, definitely. What Erin say? She said, this sort of compared to those cases, man. Listen, man, this shit weird. I knew it was gonna be weird when you can't see the shit. It's weird. You can't see it. We don't know what's going on in the court. We can only read the court transcript. That's all we can do. They don't want to show us. But notice when them thug niggas get caught up doing some shit, they make sure we see that shit.
The fuck out of that.
They make sure we see that shit. What's the difference?
Publicly humiliating nigga. Oh, make it look even worse to the community.
Yeah, they want to be the ones to make the most money out of it. That's stop our money. You get what I'm saying? But you the only person. The only way you can know something is if you go. But I can't knock it because you need to be a blogger and get out there. Take your ass to that courthouse, like everybody else.
And then what irritated me with this whole trial is that they only putting up these weak ass drawings. Like I don't want to see that. The first thing this nigga finna do is hop on a bottle of Beijing. Like I don't want to see this.
Max, that's crazy. Yeah.
Soon as he get up out of that joint, that's gonna be the first thing he do. Beijing me down.
Because that nigga is all white like the snowman for shit show. That's crazy, dog. Like I say, it is what it is, man. You know, and it ain't what it ain't. Bad case always weird.
Behind this, I mean,
I don't know what they gonna do.
Pregnant too, so you know, like this finna be.
She never cried or nothing on the stand or nothing though. Yeah, but I'm 30 million back. Yeah, I can hear you. A little bit. You muffled though. Okay, let me keep my headphones.
I seen Armand. I seen Ratchet.
That shit crazy, dog. This
What's
nigga.
wrong? What's wrong with Ratchet being in his live? Is it because the man gay? Y'all don't want him to be over there? I really don't understand.
Oh, I ain't watched Ratchet.
No, Aaron, because Aaron said Ratchet was Armand is this gay guy from the beef sector, but he's like another Kaya and T.S. Madison, like he's somebody that actually prevailed from their sector, you know. So
Yeah.
I feel like Ratchet was networking. I don't think he did nothing wrong. I think that was a smart move of him to connect with somebody that actually got some type of, you know what I'm saying, status.
Good
To
luck
me.
with that.
Yeah, to me, and it was smart because really, if you think about it, and this is no shade to the rainbow people, but they got a bag. That was a
Right,
smart move.
good.
Yeah,
I
that
know
was a
they
smart
spent
move for
money,
Ratchet.
but I can't.
Yeah,
I don't feel comfortable.
I mean, it's that's you. That's you. Ratchet may be comfortable with his sexuality, and he can go over there and hang out. But a lot of people was like, Ratchet was flirting with him. He was blushing. He was this. It's not like we don't know Ratchet for being a male prostitute and all this other stuff. I don't know why people acting like they so surprised at how Ratchet was acting with this man.
But you know what's funny to me? I'm finna say it. I don't even care, but we gotta talk right about it because I don't want to get flagged or nothing. So we gotta talk.
Yeah, of course.
The confidence that Callie got.
Which one? Sty or Kitchen?
Callie Kitchen, the one that Brandon messed with. That she just got
All
her.
of them. Asia too. Asia
I'm
too.
like, whoa. I'm listening to y'all. I'm like, damn, they gave y'all the most. You know what I meant.
Yeah, that's why I said they'll make a dead dog relevant around here.
That's crazy.
Yep, Asia too, because I was listening to her. She was on somebody's channel last night, and Royalty was in the chat, and she just started going the fuck off on Royalty. I'm like, Royalty, if you don't get up here and pop it, you really tried to get in the field with me, knowing you can't even fuck with me. Like, if you don't get up here and get yourself.
Yeah. That listen, man, listen, I'm watching them. I'm like, the confidence is to the roof. I'm like, you said y'all blunt selling pussy and excuse my language, or selling sex, all types of shit. I'm like, what? This girl had a roach in her house. Yeah, but man, you crazy. I don't know if it was a play or not. I gotta just say, a squirrel's a squirrel. I ain't seen one of them hoes.
I mean, rather it was a play or not, like she had a roach in her house, bro. It says a lot. Just like I was over at that's just you nasty. Roaches come from filth, bro. You're not about to. It's not a bed bug here. You know what I'm saying? A bed bug comes from a bed bug travels. Roaches are attracted to filth. Yeah, roaches are attracted to filth. Bed bugs are travelers, just like humans. They on the road.
I'm just saying, Aaron, dog, I don't fuck around like that. Dog, they think about man, I ain't gonna even say. You know what I'm about to say. You could probably think what my next thing would probably be to say about her is if that came out your house.
What's gonna come out that ass? Shit. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I ain't friends with none of you. Yeah. How about that? How that sound?
I'm just saying.
You hear me in my MHB voice? How that sound? I ain't friends with none of you.
I don't give a damn what type of house you stay in, cuz. Like, that's over with, man.
Well, she was staying in some projects, I think.
All right. I'm just saying, dog.
Yeah, I think it's nothing wrong with her staying in the projects. I just think she was staying in the projects. But if you stand in the projects, that makes it even worse because that means you're not on them people ass telling them, hey, it's other people in here that's not helping me pay rent, just moving around.
But what made that nigga take a picture though? Just imagine it's your first time hooking up with a chick.
His intentions was never good with her. That's why.
Hey,
He wanted to make her content, and these girls is dumb enough to sit here and let these men make them content.
just imagine you hook up with a girl, and you hungry, you for the first time, you go out of town, you hook up with her, you go to her house. I guess she sleep or whatever was happening. You get hungry, so you go in the cabinet, and you try to fix you some noodles, and you see a roach, man.
A big old nasty one at that. Like, yeah,
But what made you take a picture
And
of
I think the roach was dead. Friend, I think the roach was dead because it wasn't even moving. Like, the roach was posted.
What made you take a picture of it though? D-Back, what up, boy?
Man, what's up? What's up?
Oh, what up, nigga? Hey, what would make you take? Hey, D-Back, if you see the roach in the girl house you was trying to meet, you was the first day you meet her, you get in her house, and I guess
Me, man, the type of nigga I am, man, I'm doing it to show how trifling the bitch is. I'm just
taking pictures.
If you gotta do that, that's childish.
I'm gonna be petty.
You can get on.
I'm gonna be petty.
I wouldn't even tell you why I left. I just leave and never talk to her again. Like, I'm out of here.
I'm gonna be petty, man. Like some females will do it if they get a chance to get it on you, man.
Hey, it sure will.
I mean,
so shit. I'm gonna take a shot before they get me. Fuck that
hey,
shit.
Max, hold on. I'm gonna ask Max. Max, what if you went to a nigga house for the first time, and I guess some type of way he was sleeping, you was trying to fix you something to eat today. You see the roach.
Yeah, my baby crying. My baby crying way at my house. Yeah.
I told you.
I'm not about to post no pictures though. I'm not going all on my body to try to. Ooh, let me go viral and post this nigga.
Yeah,
my baby crying. I'm out. And first of all, I'm gonna be scoping the scenery before I get comfortable. I ain't trying to take nothing. I'm not about to take none of this shit to my crib, bro.
Man, listen, man, that happened to me when I was younger, man. I went to this chick house, man. I'm sitting on the couch. She went upstairs to take a shower. Nigga, there was some roaches on the back of the couch. I'm like, oh no, nigga. I'm like, oh, and then they were some bold roaches. They looked like they was trying to fight back or something. So I told her, man, I had to go hit a lick. Never came back.
I've been in some situations like that, man. Like I remember a chick, man. I met her in the club. Nigga, I go to the chick crib, and we get in there, man. I sit down and I instantly start itching. I'm seeing bugs crawling over. No.
That's why I don't go to people's house. Like if I go to people's house, I don't go inside. And a lot of people take offense to that, but it don't be nothing but true. I just don't. I just don't want to bring none of that shit with me. Just because I'm trying to chill. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I can chill at home. I pay the bills here.
I had to go. I was like, hey man, my son calling me. He in trouble. I gotta go. This 2:00 in the morning.
And now you gotta go in your house. Can't even take you gotta basically get naked at the door.
I had my own spot then, man. I took my clothes off on my back porch.
That's what I'm saying. Like, who want to go through all of that?
Crazy.
I pulled all the way in my backyard to my back door and took my shit off at my door and was like, shit. I threw that shit in the trash.
That's crazy.
Them bed bugs hit different. You got to start your whole life over with them. I remember that happened to my homegirl. She said how she ended up getting them. She said she was at court and she was like, she kept feeling something vital on her ass at court. She was like, bitch, that bitch was scratching the fuck out my ass in there. I was like, yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I just started calling them little government bugs. Let's not talk about them because I'm itching. Let's not talk about them no more, guys. I'm itching.
Hey, look. I did look. You know the girl that I left that I said I had to hit the lick. Look, every time she see me, probably to this day, if she see me, she frown up when she see me.
Why? Because I ain't never.
Now I never. I told you I never came back. I told her I had to leave. She wondered what happened. I ain't never gave her no excuse or nothing, nigga. I just walked past that hoe like I never seen that hoe. And then she got the roaches, man.
No, you ain't shit.
Ain't nothing to talk about, bitch. I don't even know you. Who are you again? Oh man. Yeah, it was bad. Hey, that was crazy, dude. Crazy, dog. Ain't no way, man. I'm not doing it. I don't go to people's house either, Max, and I don't.
Man, I see the chick house I went to, man. I see that chick every day. She work at my job. I see her every day, and I just walk straight past her and shit.
Yo, this is sick.
Like she be trying to talk to me and shit. I walk straight past her like I don't hear her. Like shit. Hell no, man.
But okay, so I got a question. Do these people give off these vibes that they dirty, or y'all just be like, oh, I never thought these was
Man,
dirty?
you know what, man? Sometimes you don't know until you go to a person's
The
house.
house, yeah.
That's why I said.
True.
Like,
It's like you
now
don't know a person until you stay with
listen,
them. You know what
you
I'm saying?
you gonna know when you look inside that car, like they say in
Oh,
Chicago.
absolutely.
That car is gonna tell you everything about the house.
At that time, she ain't had no car. She rode in my shit. So like,
and I ain't
shit,
talking
when
about
we
the
got to
outside. I'm talking about the
The
inside.
inside,
yeah.
the inside. My cousin always told me that. He always be like, that whole car dirty. Hey man, that coochie stink.
I ain't.
I always been told that.
I got some dirty underwear on.
Yeah, my cousin used to always say that, and that's stuck with me. So every time people used to get in my car, they'd be like, "Man, your car smells so good." Yeah, I know it. I know it. I know
It's
it.
crazy though, cause the chick, you know what I'm saying? She don't look like that type of chick until I got to that house and I was like, oh shit. Oh man.
Oh yeah, you gonna see, and then it's gonna make
Yeah,
you
it totally fucked me up and made me look at her totally different.
totally different, man. Talking about fine, what fine? Who you talking about, girl?
It should be a fine for your. It should be a
I
fine for
don't
your
even
house seat. It's
I don't even put
nasty.
her on blast. I don't even put her on blast. When the niggas be going over there holler, I just laugh and go on about my business like they'll find out.
Crazy work. They gonna figure it out the hard way, like a motherfucker.
Yeah,
That'd be the worst.
I be laughing my
That'd be the
ass
worst.
off, man.
I don't like surprises. Put me on, nigga.
Hey, dog, you gotta have them perfect pics, boy. You can look at it. You know what it is. You gonna go in their bathroom. You gonna see. You gonna be able to tell.
But
You gonna know what it's about.
But that's why I was saying, like, as a female, you should just want your shit to be clean. Like, why don't you want this for
Right,
yourself?
right.
Like,
That's
I
what
just,
I'm
I don't.
some of these chicks, man, let themselves go. Like once, like they just let themselves
Listen,
go.
and let me tell you something. Ain't nothing better than a fresh Newport, some fresh sheets, a fresh hat, and some fresh dick.
Hey,
Ain't
listen,
nothing more better than that.
some of them females
I
though, D
can't.
Mac, they be out there like really be in the streets in every club and then clean up their shit.
Yes, I can't do that. Just like one day, people would just blowing me up about this YouTube shit. I'm like, it was a Sunday. I'm like, y'all not cleaning or cooking up.
Nigga,
Y'all
right,
just
nigga. You clean up
like,
every
what the
Sunday.
fuck?
I do. I definitely
Got
clean up
to.
on Sundays.
Yeah, that
Man.
shit weird to me, especially with these girls on here. You never hear these girls cooking, cleaning, none of that. You might see a selective few doing it, but they only doing it because somebody said something.
Yeah, if somebody say something about it, then that's when they gonna pop out and do it. That's right.
Like how we over here talking about it now. I guarantee you, somebody gonna be cleaning up and cooking today by the
Yeah,
afternoon.
they'll be. I swear.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
doing right now. I'm off today, so shit, I'm cleaning right now.
Yeah.
For real.
But these girls nasty in our sector.
Yeah, that should be real too.
Yeah.
It definitely
And do
be
you
real.
see ADA trying to get trying to get Duke to go to jail for revenge porn or get him in trouble for that? I'm like, girl, how can you get him in trouble for that and you be on here shaking ass half naked? I'm confused.
Hey, this shit is
It's crazy.
man.
And then y'all be wondering why I be talking about you black boys the way I do, because y'all are y'all it's y'all. Every time y'all be the reason why I need to get killed around this bitch.
Hey,
Just lying on
that
people.
ain't, yeah, that ain't. Listen, man, that ain't like I don't be liking that police shit, fool. They gotta stop doing that. I don't
Even,
care.
even with the police shit, it's just the point. You sitting up here lying on somebody. You talking about, oh, he passing it around because he went on loop. 88, did you forget that you be on here shaking ass repetitively on live? Did you forget this?
It's
You
probably a
be half
million
naked doing
videos.
this. Yeah, you be. That's why I say, dude, why you stressing out about this shit? I would let her just go ahead with her little narrative and then put her in the dirt after the fact.
It is some
Cause
content.
yeah, because yeah, use it for content. Cause it's nothing she can do, bro. It's literally nothing she can do.
Nigga, that ain't no damn revenge porn, nigga.
Yeah, you out here shaking. I'm like, you all you gotta do is find the old live. Half of her ass damn near coming out her panties because she wanted to be in a dancing contest.
That's
She a
every
dancing
Saturday.
machine.
That's
Yeah, she
every
a dancing
Saturday.
machine.
It's every Saturday.
Absolutely.
Every
That's why I'm like,
Saturday.
how?
Uh, uh, uh,
So boom, you know Jay and D back together, right?
yeah, I see that.
Yeah, so I guess 88 wanted to make him her content by faking like she cared about him going to the hospital. They was talking about that too.
I heard that. I get to see it all because I I don't be liking all this shit be Candy Asia. All that shit they be having, that shit is weak.
Me
I'm
either.
tired of
Me either.
I'm tired of hearing about y'all relationship. Y'all gonna have to do something else.
Well, I guess this became an issue because SD had some type of internal bleeding that he had to go to the doctors, and she went with him.
Oh
Who?
shit.
And 88, yeah, 88. I mean, SD was coughing up blood,
And she went
Damn.
with.
and she went with him for content though. It was not genuine. It was all she was. They said she was on live the whole time she sat in the hospital with that man.
What?
That's some
Yes.
bullshit right there,
Yes,
right?
and she was every panel. She basically because he was trying to take a break from this. She basically forced his hand and had him back on panels because she's on panels telling his business.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Yeah, but
I,
I get why he felt like he needed to get up on the panel and say something because you know he was coughing for a long time, and you know what's associated with coughing. You can sitting with the lingering cough, so he had to come tighten bitches buttons about that. Like, nah, that wasn't the case. He was dancing around what the case was, and then she said, "Well, yeah, he had internal bleeding. He's bleeding on the inside."
what
I'm
did she
like,
say?
oh,
What did
what?
she say about him? What did
She
she say
basically
happened?
she basically said that he was bleeding on the inside. He had internal bleeding. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you
And
meant she lied and made something up at first or something.
no, she just basically he wasn't trying to talk about it at all. She made it a topic. Yeah, she made it cool for them to talk about it, and he didn't want to talk about that. Like I don't think he wanted these people to know his business. He just was gonna go do his little stretch and come right on back like nothing never happened. And she just went on a tour, used him for content. Yeah, yeah, and he just
That's,
don't get it. He just don't get it. That's why I said I don't feel sorry for him no more because he act like he's slow. I don't got time for that.
nah, man, that nigga is in love, nigga. I told you that
He,
nigga
he
in
he
love
not
with
in love
that.
with that girl. I understand y'all want him to be in love with her. Man, no. He thinking she could save his page when all
Yeah,
reality she ruined it.
but
She
the dumb
ruined
shit
it.
he doing, like I don't understand though, Max. I don't
I
like
don't think he in
it's
love
right
with her
in
though,
your
friend.
face. You gotta be like just gone crazy, Max. Like basically.
I don't think he in love
Like
with her though, friend.
I know SD, you ain't that crack. Like, and I know you
He's
don't be drunk all the time where somebody can just play on you like that. So
yeah, yeah. But Cooley said that he said it's a Texas thing that y'all play dumb. So but I said not when it comes to my personal business and you thinking I'm your content and you telling these people about my mic chart. No, that's not playing dumb. I'm sorry, no. So yeah, he mad because she told his business. So I guess he flipped
but
on
why
her.
he call her though to go with him though?
I don't think he called her. I think she called him to see what was wrong with him because he hadn't been around. So he basically got loose and answered that phone for her weird ass, and eventually it just came out. And so she ended up taking him because he told her he was sick. So then she went over there to see what was wrong because now they done sent the police to his new house already. Yeah, and they said Gina did it.
These people crazy, dog. They be tripping, dog. Tell you, dog.
Yeah, they said Gina did it.
Yeah, dog, do you make that shit weird to me, dog? I don't like that, dog. That shit bother. I don't be liking that shit.
I be seeing that shit, man, but I stay away from that shit because I don't mix in with this shit, man.
I don't be liking
that shit crazy.
Yeah, that shit it's unnecessary. What they be doing, it be unnecessary just for a click and a view. Like, God,
Yeah, dog. I'm like,
all of this
that's how
for a
you
view?
get out of that shit. That's how you get out of it, bro.
Like,
I
you show
always
your
fuck with
soul,
them
like,
type females because I lose
Max,
my mind. I
Max,
snap on one of them bitches.
what's my favorite thing to say? I always say, after that, then what? Because that's all you get after it.
huh?
Then
Yep, and
that's it.
that's why
Ain't nothing extra.
she has a strategic plan how she's running these people pages to the ground because you notice, like, okay, even with it's like yesterday, Bent made a decent little piece of change. So you know me, I'm a person gonna call it out. I don't like none of y'all, so I'm gonna keep it a buck every time. So I'm like, yo, Bent was getting them with him every time you looked at me with hustle and hustle and hustle, hustle and hustle
Yeah, he
and
was
hustle,
getting paid
hustle.
last
So
night.
listen, I said, Bent, pay attention to who go live while this money keeps falling. Nobody went live, surprisingly. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm study spamming the chat with it, telling him, pay attention, pay attention. Boom. She gets up there, make the whole life about her fake crying. Oh God, I did this and this and that. I'm like, yo, y'all be letting this girl set y'all up for the gusto. Like,
Yeah, so
y'all be
every
keep letting
time.
this girl come up on y'all panel and just make
Yeah,
y'all shows about her.
yeah,
We don't want to
yeah.
hear about her. That's drawing out your audience.
This
Like, it's enough.
this
Most of
is
y'all are
the
men.
trenches. This is the trenches. This is where you say what you feel and get voted down for $50. You might even get voted out the chat.
And too,
Nigga.
but most of y'all are men. Like most of
Hey,
these
tell
people up
you.
here that's on the panel is men. So what would make you think the women want to hear you talk about your vagina and talk about all? Nobody cares. Like we all
Who
pretty
you
much
having
know how
sex
you
with?
give it up. We already know how you give it up, so we don't care. We don't care.
Yeah,
That's
she
why I said
right
that's
though.
killing your panel, Vince. That type of stuff. She hurried up and got down. She got down. Thank God.
See, and then they only be safe because Gina around.
Oh, but Gina money getting low. You can't
Of
tell
course.
she ain't dropping no bags on nobody. Oh, then today I'm at Straits this morning.
What up,
Gina over there, they over
Salute,
there
boy.
gassing Gina. Hey,
Uh-huh.
they over there gassing Gina up, telling her to make t-shirts. Like, who is y'all all smoking the same dick? Like, who the fuck about to pay? Who the fuck about to pay this girl for a t-shirt? One, two, give her junky ass their address. Nobody. Y'all
I
and
ain't
then
nah.
Coolin had good hating ass in the chat. Some oh, don't take no advice from somebody with a dead channel. But you just sat up here and told these people you still got 300 t-shirts from 4 years ago. Yeah,
Girl, I ain't. That
yeah,
motherfuckers they ain't stupid. I thought about that. I just ain't did it. Because I just don't want to have that shit sit. That should be
Yep, cause
just stupid.
cause Coolin
Just
had
me just sitting there, just sitting right
when
here.
she robbed the government and got all them PPP loans, she
Mm-hmm.
definitely bought that print press shit to make t-shirts,
Girl,
cups,
I was
all
gonna
that.
buy one. I still want to
But
buy one right now.
who wants your face on all they stuff?
I want to buy
Especially
one of
you,
them hoes right now, bro.
especially you, little dirty. Nobody wants your face on they stuff, little dirty.
Nah, that ain't gonna. It ain't gonna be like that. This gonna be some other shit.
No, not you. I'm talking about her. She just
Oh
assuming people.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
You got cups and all this shit with you on it. You're not even a cute person. Like, yeah, it's weird.
That shit makes the talk shit, dog.
It's weird. You think I'm about to walk around? You already having a hard time in life, so you think I want to walk around with your face on me? And life ain't treating you too good right now.
Let's just be honest, man. I can't
Yeah,
lie to
we gonna keep it a
myself.
buck. Yeah, you janky. I might go to jail if I put a shirt on with you on it because that's all you're good for is going to jail.
Yo, that shit crazy. I ain't doing that. Like, I definitely ain't doing that. Like that,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Like I'm not gonna have all them shirts piled up in the garage. Or not even just me buying the shirts. Like putting my money, investing my money into the shit. Like sweatsuits and shit. Now it's
That's a
summertime, that
waste.
shit just sitting there. Like, dog. I got to thinking about this shit. I was like,
I just
man,
feel like it's a waste. You could be doing so much more with that money, like investing it into your kids instead of, what I'm saying, wasting it trying to please people on here that's not gonna buy
yeah. And
No,
these
for
people
real.
got money. So it ain't like they'll buy her membership, but they won't gonna buy them t-shirts.
Yeah. Just like somebody was like, oh, 88, the person that kept buying Duke down yesterday, they was like, oh, 88 got a hitter over there. I'm like, that lady not no hitter for 88, because if she was, oh, but she buy memberships. Okay, but there's a big difference between buying 10 $5 memberships and just dropping
Right.
$400-$500 on a nigga
Yes,
head.
it
Yeah,
is.
that's
It's a
no, that lady
big,
don't spend that kind of money
big
on her.
difference. It's a big difference, bro. That's a big difference. I only
I know y'all hate for me to be the one to tell y'all the truth, but it is
that's a
what it
big
is.
difference, fool.
It's a big
Them
difference.
buy downs is 50, 50, 50, 50.
Man, that lady was
It's a,
that lady was super shy and bent for hundred.
and,
Just for Duke.
and then they prepaying. Some people prepay, so they'll give Bimp 100. Nigga, you gotta pay 100 to get up on stage.
Yep. So boom, and also you got to keep in mind, yesterday was the first. These people really don't got it like that. They spending they whole monthly income to impress somebody on YouTube, and that they can't even go ask for the money back. We're gonna
Yeah,
use Gina as an example when it comes to shit like that.
yeah. Using your money to blow people down, you don't want to hear what they gotta say. So you use your money and blow people down. It's cool, but then you be broke. That shit crazy.
Yep, because now they trying to convince Gina into flipping her money. Like, oh, make t-shirts. People do not care for this lady like that. She's not. It's not gonna happen for her. I'm sorry. I'm not
Man, I
being
done seen at
shady.
least 10 people had their hands out for that lady. Fool. 10 people. Like 10 people to have
I
their
don't think
hands
people
out
get.
for that
I
lady.
don't think people get mad at her because she hadn't sent them no money. Like, oh,
Yeah,
you gave such and such some money. Yada
yeah.
yada yada. I'm like, these
I
is
seen
men
that
talking to
too.
her like this. These are men,
Yeah,
grown men that's able-bodied that
yeah,
can get a job.
yeah. I swear to God, I seen that too. I'm telling you now, money over there, boy. Them people see you with a bankroll, they gonna scam you. You'll be somebody. You can sit on any panel and everything. They gonna. Hey, I'm telling you.
Listen, why you think Cam keeps going live consistently? Because he think Gina's gonna give him some money.
Anything for the mud-muns, man.
That's all it is, fool. That's all they care about, bro. That's all they care about over there. You should already know
Let
that.
me get up off their
Yep.
ass and go get the fucking bags.
So Cam went live thinking that he gonna get some of that money. No, no sir, no sir.
They ain't, and it didn't happen either. I normally Cam always get a piece.
No,
But
people
remember,
know that. So people know Cam intentions ain't good. People know why he popping out because he feel like Gina an easy lick. So ain't nobody about to give him nothing. He made it too obvious. He made it too obvious. Yeah, he made it too obvious.
that's crazy, fool. Yeah, that nigga intentions don't be good though. You right. That nigga be just nigga. They
And
be
Gina know
losing.
exactly. Gina know exactly what she's doing by bird feeding them now. Like she bird feeding them.
Yeah. Yeah. Better shit. 'Cause
And
they
then
definitely.
straight tried to give her an idea. She started getting smart with him. Like, oh, don't worry about my money because I always had it. No, you didn't. You can tell because the person that always had it do not even let the world know that they got it.
She say she always had it. That bitch is stealing. How you always had it, but you stealing?
Dang,
Yeah, and
that's
you're stealing from your dad. You're stealing from your dad at that. You weird ass bitch.
That's that weirdo shit right there.
A old person that can't do nothing for themselves. Like, come on, man. Come on. When do we start uplifting this type of weird shit?
I don't even
I'm
know where
just
they get
saying.
that at.
I'm just saying. I just thought that was so weird. Nobody wasn't even on her top for that. Y'all was on Charnel top. Y'all took Charnel. Y'all took Charnel down through there.
I guess they like Gina. They like the way she trolled though.
No, they
They
like her.
like that shit.
They like her because she's actually giving them some of the money. Unlike
Yeah.
Charnel didn't get nobody shit. Okay.
She gonna blow it. If she don't like you, she don't like what you gotta say, she gonna spend it. But if she spending money with you, but one thing I do know, if she's sitting on your panel, she is gonna pay you. If she told your bitch, if she the first one that hit your link, nigga, and she stay there all night, you gonna get paid by that house. It's guaranteed. You seen my hair? I seen all of them do it. All of them.
And two, you gotta be mindful. You gotta pay attention too. 88 is telling this girl where to go and spend her money.
Yup, that too.
I peeped that too. I was like, oh, Gina, you is a goofy. You just need some attention, honey.
Yeah, that too.
I don't know if you ever pay attention to the lady Tracy, and she got them signs that Mahia got in her name. She told Gina she was on Gina's ass this morning. She was like, Gina, you 52 years old buying friends, baby. When is it gonna stop?
That's crazy.
And then she said, well, don't worry about my money. I gave my money to the people with kids. Gina, them bastards ain't see a lick of that money. A lick. And if they did, it was just a Happy Meal. You said you gave people $1,000 for their kids, and these bitches couldn't show you these kids in a new T-shirt. These kids, I want to see them little fuckers on the porch.
That's crazy.
Like Gina, you got bamboozled. 88 don't take care of her kids. She don't buy them nothing. That bitch will have 5 people on one Happy Meal while she eat a 10-pound crab boil by herself. Is you cool?
Sorry, bitch.
They just told her that today. Somebody told the man Lowe told her that in the chat too. He was like, nah, because after they said that girl had her kids split a Happy Meal, it was crazy work. And you said you gave her how much money? She said, I gave her $1,000 for her kids. You know, I love her kids. I love kids. You know, I just love. Don't love on your own damn kids, Gina. I don't care if them bitches is grown. You got your own kids. Yeah, don't worry about me, bitch, nigga. Oh, that's another thing they was telling her to put on the T-shirts.
Yeah, what happened?
They told her to make T-shirts that say, bitch, nigga, mount the fuck up and yag. I'm like, yo, all that shit came from Polar, except for mount the fuck up came from Warren G. Before the regulators come on, that nigga say mount up. Yeah, what are you talking about? You can't go use these people's shit because you like saying it. So in come this little crackhead that's hood. Here come Coolin' broke ass. Oh, you don't take no advice from nobody with a dead channel. I may have a dead channel, but I don't have a dead wallet. Let's start there. And I don't have a record at 40 plus years old and still on probation and going to jail and my kids hate me. Yeah, my story, not your story.
I gotta get OG Jamal up out of there, man. I got to put that nigga in. I don't know what happened. This is why I don't like using my phone to shit.
Hey, you know, where OG Jamal at?
I put him in. I didn't fucking ban
Put
that
him in
nigga.
We sorry, OG Jamal, man.
That's because I'm gonna get up off this shit.
Hey, Safi, I ain't even see none of these comments. But yeah. Oh, there he go. There he go. Friend.
I'm trying to get this nigga.
But yeah, they steady telling. I said, yo, they're gonna get Gina a copyrighted lawsuit. They said, Gina, you can't get copyrighted for using a slogan. Yes, you can. You can get sued. It might not be a copyright, but you definitely can get sued for using somebody else's shit. You don't know what type of shit them people got on they little slogans and shit. You don't. That's like me saying, with the clock that T. Look at all the shit Shamar going through from him saying clock it. And that bald-headed girl, Queen, and the one that used to have a girl eating the dog food, Shell, she the one who made that clock that shit up. And she's suing Shamar and that girl for that. Me? Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we hear you.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
We hear you.
Hear us? Oh yeah, he can't hear us. But yeah, that girl is suing them people. She's suing them people for using her shit and not tapping her in. Just like Cardi. Cardi just made that Outside song. Come to find out, that's a whole nother little young underground girl song. Like, you definitely could get in trouble for using other people's shit. You can't let a bitch that been on welfare their whole life try to tell you something that's not business oriented just because they thought because they made a T-shirt they are business oriented. No, they've been recertifying since they were 18.
Yeah, this bitch has a benefit card from the time she became of age to get one. So you cannot take advice from somebody that only know the handbook to the motherfucking recertification tablet for welfare. Thank you.
That's crazy. Yeah, you can get in trouble for that.
Like, cause bitch, you sitting online all day worried about what other people pages is doing. Like, bitch, you got a whole rather it's a hoopty or a scoopty. You got a whole car, bitch. You could be door dashing, Uber eating, doing something, Instacart, and you have every excuse in the world to not get off your sorry ass and go get a job. I can't respect that. I can't respect that, bitch, because at this point, every time I get up and punch this motherfucking clock in, bitch, that means I'm taking care of your raggedy ass.
Shit, I tried that DoorDash shit for the first time last night. That ain't my deal. I can't do that shit.
Do something else. Do something more simple. You can probably find something else. It's other little gigs out there you can do. Find something else simple.
Not like that shit. That was just for some gas money. You know, I got a regular job. Shit, I make enough money. I was just out bullshitting last night.
He said he tried to see what it was like. That shit
I checked that shit out. I'm like, man, let me check this shit out. I ain't got shit to do.
If you go on Reddit, I was on Reddit looking up some shit with some drill shit with some people, some shit. Some reason I ended up somewhere. You know, Reddit will take you down 1,000 rabbit holes. So I was on that bitch and I seen people that was actually Instacarting. And I Instacart my grocery. Like, you know, I do be tipping them people like $30 and $40 if I'm getting enough grocery to tip them that much. Yo, this one girl did one order and them people tipped that bitch $300 and something. I said, well, goddamn, where you live at? That bitch said Cali. I said, oh, okay. Yo, okay. Yeah, you probably took some fucking grocery to Leonardo DiCaprio, bitch.
I bet you did.
Yeah, so and then this one lady, she had delivered some liquor and she said the people didn't come to the door and Instacart told her she could keep the liquor. When she took a picture of the shit after I read what happened, she took a picture of it. Yo, that bitch whole back seat was cased the fuck down the liquor. I was like, oh. Then I seen another story where a lady came up on like $200-$300 worth of grocery. I'm like, cause people not answering their door. I was like, that's crazy work.
Yeah.
So maybe you should try Instacart. That might be a little bit more big of a money grab.
That shit there, that was just the one-time deal. Shit, man, I make too much money to do that shit.
Man, ain't never too much. Never too much. Never too much.
Then you know what I'm saying? I don't want to put all that red tail on my truck.
Today I'm about to go buy a bunch of fruit and some motherfucking Kool-Aid, and I'm about to have them little freakazoids at my house sell juleps. Y'all gonna do something up in here? Y'all eating up my food like some freaks? Yeah, y'all gonna do something. Y'all gonna do something.
Shit, I'm finna fuck around and be the candy man. Shit, right.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with a second hustle, man. Nothing. I don't knock nobody hustle. I don't give a fuck if you selling ass, baby. Sell that motherfucker. I don't knock nobody's hustle, man. That's why I said that girl, she lazy, she miserable. Yo, friend, you should have heard the way she was going in on Big Baby for no fucking reason. Big Baby didn't say nothing to the girl, and she just going in on her. And the reason why I don't jack that when it came to Big Baby, not because I like her, because I know what you're going to say. Oh, you just like her.
Yeah, you do.
No, it's the fact that you old enough to be her mother and you actually got a daughter her age.
Right. Yep,
you got a daughter her age, bitch. You ought to be ashamed of your fucking self sitting up here trying to bully your fucking child, bitch. You should be trying to tell this little girl something and enlighten her, bitch. You trying to kick a little girl while she fucking down. I can't jack no shit like that, bitch. You weird.
It ain't cool.
Yeah, like, and then you don't know if that baby going through postpartum.
I fuck with her though. I fucks with her.
I mean, I watch her. Like, I don't want nothing bad. I just, you know,
I watch her for as long as, cause see, the untold story here with me liking her. I watch her for as long as I can stand it.
Yeah, it depends on what the topic is.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of her. You know, I just could relate to her story. Like, she went to jail. I told you I could relate to her.
I dislike is her voice get annoying to me sometimes. I go watch her for a minute, and then I gotta go because her voice will get to me.
I'm gonna tell you when I change it. You can call me a hater. I don't like when the old women bow down to her. Like, and listen to what she got to say, like, about life and shit. I don't like that shit. I'm like, how the fuck is this girl is old enough, is
giving
a
you
fucking
life,
baby. She's
giving
a
you
baby
advice.
with a baby. Like, gonna tell me, bitch. Hey, nah, I'm just saying. It's sad.
Yeah, that's true.
Child compared to me, man.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Old
I said
enough
the
to
same
came
thing.
out I came out our sacks, D Mac. That's how old she is, bro. For shit
Yeah.
show, for real. Old enough to
Shit,
be a nigga's daughter, right on point. Nigga.
My oldest daughter is around her age. Shit, I got a grandbaby.
Okay. So when you see grown ass women that's our age going at her, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
That shit don't make no sense.
I got too many damn kids. I don't mind. I'm sick of them. It ain't like I work for my kids. It's like shit, all my kids at one time. They get their shit though, but like, man, this
Yeah, that
grandfather
lady.
shit, man, that shit's starting to grow on me. My grandbaby, that little nigga is spoiled as hell.
Yo, my little cousin is younger than me, and he's a granddad. I think that nigga like 34. Whole
Man,
granddad, bro.
at 45 years old, I would never thought I would be a granddad.
I nigga's a whole granddad. But listen, friend, I wish you could go back and watch that video that she did with her. Cause I literally was like, I listened to Cool. Now the shit was funny. I ain't gonna hold you. The shit was funny, but when she started going too far in on her, like, I'm like, okay, now I need to know what she did to you, cause now you going in, like you just want to make this show about you. You fishing for attention type shit. What did she say? So the next day, you know, Broadway, he a pussy. So he took the lie down. So the next day, you know what I'm saying, Big Baby reacting to it. And that's another reason why I respect her. Because she sat there for the drag. She replayed the drag on her shit so y'all can hear her try to embarrass her. Like, that's why I respect the little girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? And she like, I'm tired of y'all calling you a little girl, baby. You'll never be older than us, baby. You're gonna always be in a race. It's gonna forever be a race. So just get going, get past that. As anything, you should be saying, I don't want to be as old as you hoes anyway. And another thing I want her to listen to is to hear, if I could get this message to her, baby, don't argue with her. Because when old bitches like that be miserable trying to argue with you, they ain't doing nothing but trying to suck the youth out of you because they ain't got none left in them. That old washed up bitch, she can't even do nothing with herself. She can't dress herself up and look 10 years younger. She just look like when she do try to fix herself up, she look like a classy fiend. That's it.
I don't understand. It's a lot of functional looking ass fiends. Nigga Diddy was a functional fiend.
Absolutely.
He was a
Shit,
$1 million fiend.
Elon Musk, he's $1 billion fiend.
Elon Musk, functional fiends, man. Niggas got so much money that
But
they
you a
never
broke,
real.
you the prom fiend, you the prom fiend though. You the welfare prom fiend, and you got all this shit to say about everybody that's doing better than you. It's like these people in delusional land. It's like the nerve of you to be sitting up here and try to put now me. I'm a firm believer of karma. I don't go around here talking about bitches' kids and in a derogatory way. If I say them little motherfuckers dirty, that's out of their control. They kids. That's your job. You're supposed to clean them up. Clean them up. They only dirty because you made this life for them. You chose to make them dirty. You didn't want to clean them up. That's out of these little motherfuckers' control. But as far as me sitting up here telling the bitch, oh, you little stinking ass, musty ass pussy, and you sitting up here fucking all the Mexicans, you don't know who the fucking baby daddy is. Now, your daughter is nowhere near you. She's the same age as this girl, and she's somewhere on somebody's Marine base, Navy base, Army base, wherever she's at, she's on base. You don't know what somebody that's around your age in that same vicinity with your daughter could be doing to your daughter based off what you say. Your daughter could be enduring a lot of trauma based off how you handling another bitch.
Yeah, you right about that.
I don't play that shit for fucking with people kids. Like, I don't play that shit,
Me
bro.
neither. I told you I don't play. I don't do that.
Because I'm not always with my kids. My kids are always at their most vulnerable moment when they're not with me, when they at school. Like, that's when they at their weakest point because I'm not there.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Why
people
would I?
triggers. That's
Yeah,
people
why would I
triggers
say
to
some shit?
unalive your butt, nigga. Do you realize if it's anything that you said if you had to unalive somebody in your life circumstances, and you be willing to do it and do it again if you had to, who would it be behind it? You would probably say your children.
My kids, absolutely.
See what I'm saying? Like, so
My
why would
kids.
I'm not gonna
And
play
I'll do
with
it
you. I
over
don't.
and over and over about them little
I'm
motherfuckers.
good.
Absolutely.
I'm good. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? YNJ salute, boy. Hey, yeah, I'm just saying, dog. I'm just saying, Max. I'm just keeping it real, dog. That be trigger point for people.
That's why I said I wanted to know what did Big Baby do to her, because she was going in. So I'm like, okay, Big Baby probably done said something smart to her. But mind you, well, the first thing that popped in my head was when Mink had did all of that to her the second time. Oh, I got an echo.
Uh-huh. No, you don't
I
know
don't know
no,
that.
dog.
That's me.
So,
Oh no, that's D-Mac.
Shit, I'm gonna come out and come back in.
Okay. That's like when that stuff happened to her and she was like, we thought she was gonna go to jail. Big Baby actually was taking up for her, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just crazy how that lady operate, bro. That's why she having a hard time in life. Nothing good gonna come out of life for you, baby. You gotta mature. You a little too old to be carrying on the way you do. Yeah, it's okay to have funny banter with people, but when you're deliberately saying shit to just be disgusting, no.
yeah, that
And your
shit.
shit not together.
That shit. They be playing with people, children with shit. Man, you better quit playing with
Then I
shit
didn't.
like
Yo,
that.
then I didn't know she told Big Baby she hope her baby unalive. Like, cool it.
Of course, you know it's gonna come. What is she, man?
I
Listen,
done heard her
man.
say some stuff, but I ain't never hear her say no shit like that.
Man,
I ain't gonna
listen,
flip her
man,
lie on the
listen,
girl.
man. Every time she get
Now I don't put
into
it
a
past her.
scratch on
I don't put it
somebody's
past her.
panel,
I didn't put it past her.
she
Cause
do
friend,
something that the panel holder that doesn't want her. The rules that the panel holder have, it no longer flies. She
applies
do it
to
to
her.
B-Way. She do it to
Yeah.
Mahia. She do it to. I seen her do it to everybody, fool. If they
Yo,
tell
cause
you
she
they don't
even
want
told
no
me
kid on her panel,
how me and her ended up getting into it real bad. She told me one day that my son was graping my daughter with one of my toys.
you know
Like,
what
first of
I'm saying?
all, why do you have that thought in your mind about some
Dog.
kids? One, two, what happened to you and your kids in your life that you really think that's going on in other people's households? My kids don't know nothing about no shit like that, girl. What is wrong with you?
That's crazy, fool. They out there with it. It's
And she said,
crazy.
pull up the recording. I don't have the recording because we was arguing on Room Shaker Live. So as far as me pulling up, I that'll never leave my brain that you said that to me. Even though I seen your kids and how they look, I never said anything out the way about how they look, because that's not their fault. That's your fault because you choose not to get a job.
That's
So
tough.
So when because Big Baby sounded like she was about to cry when she said that. Like when she was repeating what she said, and she was like, then she must have went in there wherever her baby was at, and she was like, but he alive, he well and strong, he getting bigger every day. She started playing with the baby and shit. He started laughing. So I'm like, yeah, she got this girl. Like, y'all be laughing at some of that shit she be saying, because I get it. Y'all don't like certain people that she probably don't like to go along, get alongery. But certain shit like that, like, yeah, no, because I would never say I hope something happened to one of her kids. Hell nah. Hell nah. I don't want that shit on my conscience. You hear me? I'm like, I don't want no shit like that on my conscience. I can't be talking about nobody's kids. I got my own damn kids. That's all I'm saying. The lady be going out her body for no reason. So, but I know Big Baby handled that very, very, very well. To me, she handled it very well. She didn't go all out her body.
Man,
I kind of figured. I kind of figured your shit did something
somebody
freaky.
called me, man.
Oh,
I'm finna get up out of here, Max. I'm finna get up out of here, man. I'm finna get up out of here. I'm gonna hit you in a little
okay,
bit, all right? All right.
okay, all right.
Salute, y'all.
Salute everybody. Appreciate y'all coming through, man. I'm finna get out of here. Well, we know what it is, man. That nigga going to the pen, but he ain't going to the pen for what we thought he was. But that's it, man. I'm out of here, man. Y'all know what it is.
Big dog status, Bill Hubble. I bought Lennox Mall for my brothers. Sold your bag, told the cutter. I got it out the field, fuck Russell. Going there, Lori about the paddock and going there.